Boom, I'm in the room. Give it some of that. Hey. Well, that nearly caught me out. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the old live every day in August. And in conversation with Keith, Rich, and my good self, Lord Hill, coming to you live from the old Hill Manor Studios. We've got a bit of a chat on tonight. We're going to be chatting about some stuff. And before I forget, you can join in the conversation. If you want to join in and have a chat, you can call into the show. There you go. Now, this is an experiment. I'm not sure it's going to work properly, but if you want to ring into the show, give us a call, and we can hopefully, fingers crossed, take your call, take your question, etc., etc., etc. So, shall I bring the boys in? I'll take that as a yes then. So, boom, Rich, you're in the room.
Hello.
Boom.
Hello.
He's there.
You're in the room. Boom. We're all in the room.
Yes, we're all in the room.
So we've got
this new facility.
We've got this new facility. So if anybody wants to try it out, we'll see if it'll work.
Hello.
It
Hello?
might work. It might not work.
You'll have to get a WhatsApp one as well.
Yeah. Hang on. See if I can show you where it is. No, I can't.
Oh, Tim's gone. Got his hand.
The phone's just over behind there, and it's going to come into the Rodecaster Pro, and that should make it work.
Nice. Good.
So we've got a camera over here,
See,
and we've got a camera there.
Look at his setup, Rich. We'll have to get some.
Doesn't it make you jealous?
And there's me struggling. Get a new graphics card. I'm bloody jealous.
Yeah. So
get Cara to do it. Cara's currently preoccupied, Rebecca. Thank you for asking.
Yeah. What's she doing?
She's writing in a diary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what she's writing.
Commenting on my phone and watching it. Hard enough. Thanks, Rich. Go on and do it. Fair enough. There you go. So if you do want to join in the conversation and have a proper chat, feel free to give us a call on that number. We'll put that number up as we go through. Are we ready to start this little conversation?
Yes, by all means, sir.
Now, let me just change a little doobly WhatsApp thing in here. Do that. Do that. Then I can do that. So that's there. And the first topic this evening is, boom, sightings of UFOs. Do they exist? Are there aliens? Are we the only people in this universe?
Well, we're the only three that's on tonight.
Only three that's on.
I mean that like
No. Do you believe in UFOs? Because I don't know whether you know that there's been quite a few sightings. The first one was in 1947. And can you guess where that was?
America.
Well, New Mexico.
America's got loads of... America has loads of sightings, don't they? I mean, aliens only seem to ever go to America.
Yeah.
There could be a reason.
But if you talk to DJ man Tony, he's my mate Randolph. He's been tracking them in the Lake District.
Yes, I've seen his videos. Yes.
Do they get them there as well?
Yeah, and Tony did one where he had his drone up in the air, and there was this shadow on the water, or light on the water.
Oh, I've seen that.
It wasn't his drone.
Yeah, or with his drone, and it
wasn't an aircraft above him.
Yep.
No. It's clear sky. Nothing. So you look. We've got one member in the chat who's actually seen, well, he hasn't seen a UFO, he's seen the reflection in the water of an unidentified flying object. It could have been Tim's wife's knickers from last night's show.
She threw it in the air.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned the Osmonds.
Yeah.
If we hear her screaming now, we know she's there.
Yeah.
I think she's watching. She's watching something on the box at the moment. The Perfect Storm. About the 79 Fastnet race.
Yeah.
So I mean that was quite scary in itself.
What we're dropping in the chat. Thank you for that one.
Yes, we've got Gail in the chat. Random Life Productions.
For Mash Get Smash. Oh, I've seen this video. I've seen this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's funny.
Do you want to share it then, Richard?
I ain't got a clue how to do it, mate. I'm not going to lie. I'll give you the links in there. I'll let you do it.
I can't. It's on preset. Share.
That option is not on mine.
What's that link?
Yeah, the button's not working on mine.
It's not work. It don't work on mine, too. You know, on here. So
can I? How do I do it? No, I don't think I can bring it in to share. I probably could somehow, but
anyway, it's aliens with mashed potato, and it's the old robotic type aliens with their heads, and they're all like what we call them Canadians over here. No offense to Canadians, like their heads doing that. So yeah, it's quite a funny one. So I forgot I've not seen that for absolutely ages.
Yes, Cadbury Smash, wasn't it? Was it Cadbury Smash?
For ages that one. I don't know age. Jesus.
Okay, I'm getting abuse already from that. Assistant of mine on a Sunday. I'm going to change it from the Gail and Keith show to just the Keith show.
Yeah, you can get enough stick here.
Yeah, you certainly can.
So anyway, while you're out there, start hitting the like button. Give that a bit of a smashing. Let's get on it. So, aliens as well. If there's UFOs, there must be aliens. And you've got to wonder what they think about us, haven't you?
Well, I tell you what, and this will make Gail laugh and Alex, you know, if they saw me, they'd run, wouldn't they? They'd fly away.
I think if they saw me, they'd fly away.
Yeah, so what we need is a producer.
We do, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean,
no, there's a lot more in there in terms of sightings, and obviously it's finally been announced now, and they've said that aliens exist. But of course, there's that much going on in the world that the world doesn't seem to care.
No.
But they've literally come out of it and said, look, you know, it is there, it is a thing. Some of us, like I said to you, gents, before we started, I've seen something previously.
Yeah.
Each to their own. If they've seen something, they have. If they haven't, they haven't. But you think, you know, we can't be anyone's out there.
No. Well, the second one was the Phoenix Lights in 1997. Which
good evening, Ida.
Hello,
it
Ida.
says thousands of people reported seeing a series of lights in a V-shaped formation over Phoenix, Arizona.
That was a big one as well. Yeah, there's quite a few big I want to say, well, quite a few that you know out there. So Rendlesham Forest, for example, we mentioned that earlier. That was obviously spotted by some military personnel, and they explained what they saw. You've got some Phoenix Lights over Arizona. There's been so many. Even in Iceland, they've had like triangular-shaped objects and stuff that are detected, and it's just beaming up Scotty no intelligent life.
No intelligent life found. Laughs out loud.
Oh, very true. Yeah.
Oh, cracking.
Well, you ought to be, Tim.
So my point here is that just look at the Earth. It's in relationship to what you can see in the night sky. Look how many stars are up there, and that's all Earth is a star, and it's just light that reflects off of it. We can't be the only life form in this massive universe.
You're wrong there, Tim. A star is a sun. A planet, it's different.
Yeah, well, there's loads of planets.
Just putting him right. Sorry about that, folks.
I don't know what I'm talking about most of the time.
I'm in the middle, as you can see. I'm in the middle of all this, like I am every day. It's just typical. I'm just sat there holding these two together like this, like, get out of the way.
Now, here's a question. Is the Earth flat?
Oh, God, don't get me started on that one.
Of course it's not. You can see it's round.
I've been on a plane enough bloody times to tell you, trust me, it's round. You can see it's round, because if you see it on the plane, you're really high up. I get quite, I won't say airsick, but when you see it, you're thinking, oh, that's a bit odd. If it was flat, I'd be all right. But trust me, it ain't flat. If you think it's flat.
All you've got to do is go to Cleethorpes Front and look, and it goes off. So you know it's round. How on earth people can believe that the Earth is flat is beyond me.
Yeah.
Are they the ones that wear tin hats as well?
So that's a good one, Tone. Stars flicker, planets don't.
Gail said about how the aliens in art. So from years ago, hundreds and thousands of years ago, all the pictations that was done in caves, especially ancient Egypt, that was quite a big one. Obviously, they've drawn to them what are their gods, but then it brings it back to not the religious side of it, but their gods. What if they were aliens? You know, it kind of makes you think if they've seen a society developing, you know, quite not naive but quite young. What's to say I can probably, you know, because the dogs agree. Yeah.
Dogs agree on that. Yeah, definitely.
So anyway, I think we'll leave that question open.
We've scared people.
Yeah, try not to have nightmares.
I mean, they're still in the chat, so they've not left yet. So you're all right. Don't worry.
Yeah. Anyway, so should we move on to the next topic?
Yeah, go on.
Now this will give you some nightmares.
Oh yes, this
is and what's going on at the moment? It could. I'm not saying it will. It could turn into something nasty. So, in the worst case, what would you do in a nuclear attack?
Well, I did say earlier on in the discussion we had, or did Richard say run? But then Richard came back and says you'd have to bloody run fast.
Extremely fast.
Along the lines of what steps should you take, and effing big ones are not the appropriate answer, unfortunately.
Now,
Now, I know a little bit about this because I've had training. Being in the military, we cover NBC, or now they call it CBRN, I think. Anyway, chemical, nuclear, and biological warfare. So the nuclear part of warfare, you can survive a nuclear bomb if you're far enough away from it. What you have to do is face the direction, dive down, and cover your head, wait for the blast to go over, or the shockwave to go over, then the blast to go over, and then the suck back will come in. And once that stops, then you need to get undercover to get away from the nuclear fallout. That's all the stuff that's falling down. So you need to get undercover to stop getting covered in nuclear or radioactive material. Yeah. So that's the first IA in a nuclear attack, is to hit the deck, cover your head, and wait for the blast to go over and come back.
Yeah,
and then you need to take cover.
Yeah,
so that's it.
He's back now.
So boom, he's back. Sorry. Moving about.
So Vanessa says, "What size nuclear bomb?"
Well, how much? Let's pose the question then. Who's got nuclear bombs and what size are they? And do they have different size ones? And et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We have nuclear warheads, and we've constantly got at least one nuclear submarine mincing around 24/7, 365. and they're out on patrol, and that's our deterrent. We've also got some land-based ones, but we don't really go into those. So we've got a nuclear deterrent. The other countries have got it. Russia's got it. America's got it. France has got it.
China's got it on there as well.
China's got it.
North Korea.
North Korea. Yeah. Iran
India,
is
Pakistan.
possibly. Yeah. So there's quite a lot of nuclear states out there. And as long as they're fairly stable and appreciate that other people have got them and they don't want to get hit by them, they won't start it. The idea of having a deterrent is that it deters somebody from starting. And if they do start, then you get to finish it. So, the Americans have.
Do you, Tim? If Russia started with the capabilities they've got, would any of the rest of the countries have time to retaliate nuclear weapons?
Nuclear ballistic weapons take time. They take time to set up to fire off to start with. So you'd see some sort of activity going on, and there are drones, there are satellites up there watching where these things are all the time. So any adverse activity that goes on, it's seen. The threat level goes up. One thing and another starts off, and if they do hit the button and start sending them, we've got stuff that will stop them, and we can send them back.
I think Gail's got a good point as well, though, hasn't she? Gail just said there about the problem with hackers. Again, in the news just recently, there was obviously the Ukraine-Russia situation. Russia's hackers have been trying to attack the Ukraine's facilities, to get their information, where the troops are based, the weapons. Imagine if that was a different country, an outside force like Pakistan, for example, and they've got hackers. The Indian Pakistan hackers are very good. If they
that was in the news today, wasn't it? This morning's news. We think it was Russians have been accessing our polling information, our electoral registers.
Yeah, my phone popped up. I forgot to tell you actually. When I did my phone and reset it all, it said your password may have appeared in a recent password breach and has leaked. And these are the passwords that's been found on the internet. Please change them. And that was things like my Facebook account, my YouTube, it was everything. And I thought, I can just bloody change that. I've got to do it again now.
So cyber war is out there.
Yeah.
And I think cyber war actually poses a far greater threat than nuclear war.
Yeah. Because it can cause more damage than you think.
Oh, absolutely.
And Vanessa's put down spies all over and traitors who try to sell info to enemy countries, etc. Yeah, agree on that. There are spies out.
Because a lot of countries, quite rich countries, will happily pay up to maybe $7 or $8 million just to get some information, if not more. And if you've got the qualification skill sets, you're thinking, you know what, I can do that. It's not going to affect me in any way. 10 million in your back pocket, you're not going to care, are you?
No.
It's not a way forward, that's for sure.
No, and Rebecca said, "Gosh, that's a scary thought." It is.
It's not as scary as Keith Mankini, though.
No. And Vanessa says we have missiles that have multiple targetable warheads per missile in size for greater than 10 kilos to weapons we used in Japan. I know.
Yeah.
This is it. When you look at how things are, but I still say one day somebody will use a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, that's the problem in it. You only need one rogue state to kick it off, or a terrorist group getting hold of stuff. The threat of dirty bombs has been around since nuclear started, since the nuclear age, and terrorists will use it. There was that one was it Japan on the underground?
Yeah,
when they used that sarin gas.
Yeah,
and the one that's probably even more scary than the chemical and the nuclear is the biological warfare. Now, now the skeptic in me would say that we've already we've had some of that over the last few years.
Yeah,
that's biological warfare for you. You don't have to do a lot to infect an awful lot of people.
Yeah.
And it,
well, I mean, you've got you had the COVID start in China. Look how many that's taken throughout the world.
Yeah. Random says the Salisbury deaths were scary. Yeah. Tiny little bit of stuff that killed old what's his face, wasn't it?
Yeah. Just on a door handle or whatever it was, absolutely. There are scary scenarios when you look at things because, as was mentioned earlier, there's tons of spies in the world.
Yeah.
People, when money's involved, people will do anything.
We train them. We train our own spies.
Yeah.
I used to work at a spy school. I did.
With me for life.
Yeah. I mean,
well, I mean, you look.
Yeah.
You look what's happening in Ireland. All that information about the police being let out. Now, terrorists have got all the information they want to who's in the police force, where they live. It's asking for trouble, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's down to the government to protect us. I mean, you wouldn't believe what they can do at GCHQ. I mean, you watch some of these films. What's that film? There's a film with Helen Mirren, and it's about a drone strike, and what they can do, and some of the kit that they do on surveillance and all the rest of it, and they can drop bombs from these drones and all sorts of things. But what they can do with media, your phone, they can get into your phone. There's nothing that they can't do. I mean, it's quite scary when you deploy out on an operation. You go through pre-deployment training and you get all the briefs and everything and that like that. Particularly when we were going into Iraq and the Balkans and Afghanistan, parts of the brief was you get a GCHQ brief and they let you know what cyber warfare is all about. And it's really scary what they can pull up just like that. So they send a warning out for the guys that are deploying out to, So cyber war is probably second only to biological, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Nuclear war makes a big lot of noise and destroys a lot of stuff. Cyber and biological doesn't destroy infrastructure, but God, doesn't it make some damage to people? So there you go. Hopefully you guys won't get nightmares of thinking about that. Try not to think about that sort of thing.
Hopefully not. We didn't want to scare you, but we thought, it would be a good topic.
We thought it would be a good topic, but I mean, it's fairly relevant at the moment with what Putin's a little bit of a loose cannon at the moment. He's losing a bit of power. He's not got the authority he did have. Yeah.
I think Wagner's the scariest thing, isn't it? With Wagner Group, they seem the scariest. They're now raising the Russian flag in Africa, in Niger. So,
well, I mean, if you see what's going on in Africa at the moment, I think China's probably got a bigger threat. They're buying up everything in China, in Africa.
Is their economy on a slowdown or something? Today it was in the news that the economy of China is slowing down or something, or it's not as good as it used to be. Something's happening in China about it's not as good, or The bubbles burst, basically.
Yeah, it's certainly kind of declining.
Yeah.
But these things are sent to try us.
True.
Yeah, they are.
So we haven't got many people smash the like button yet.
I know. What have I got to do to get you to smash it, guys? Come on. What have I got to do? I'm not paying you all. I'm broke. Keith can pay me.
So what should we do now? Should we move the topic on?
Yeah, go on then.
Yes, if you like, Tim. Yeah, you're in charge. It's your live stream.
I think we've scared people enough.
Yeah.
With that. So should we have a look at this little topic? This could be a bit of fun.
Come on.
Have you planned for your funeral?
Oh, God. Please don't log out now. I promise you it gets better. It does get better.
So in the event of nuclear war, I don't think you'll have to worry too much if you're caught in it. However, having said that, going on to the biological stuff, if you plan for your future, plan for your. I mean, it's a serious thing. I mean, it's important to have a will written, and as part of your will, you can have what you'd like at your funeral. You can plan your funeral out. Personally, I don't want a funeral. I don't want people moping about the old crematorium. I just want to just fry me off and then just have a wake. So just do the old just cremations. So it's done and dusted. I'm out of the way because I ain't going to be fussed about that. But what I would like is people to have a good old shindig and a giggle at my wake, basically. Have a celebration of my life. And there's a few pieces of music that I would like playing at my funeral.
We could play back these live streams.
Yeah. Could do one or two of those, I'm sure.
Tim's best moments.
But yeah, do a wake rather than or a celebration of life rather than a funeral. So just cremations and then have a party.
Yeah. Well, we're not going to have the party.
Hopefully, I'll enjoy
the
it.
living. Yeah. I mean, I think you'll have a bottle of spiced rum put in your coffin before it's burnt, won't you? So you've always got it there.
Flare up.
Yeah. I'm going to have a G&T.
I can have a G&T as well. I mean, not that I'm alcoholic at all, but I do like a drop.
Richard,
Sorry, I've just lost the dog. I do apologise. She's just gone. We can't find her.
Look, you've got two.
One's asleep. The other one's just done one. I don't know where she's gone. She was just literally sat there.
That'll be Squidgy. Yeah, Squidgy's. Yeah, she's got a mind of her own.
I think we found her. What was she doing?
Okay, with a squash. If you want to sing that when I go, Gail, you're quite welcome to come. Yeah,
you're going to have.
She's going to.
Hawaiian dancers.
You're going to have an Hawaiian dancer. So, since she's put that on, I'm booking her to sing that.
Oh God, I can imagine that. I can imagine that.
Yeah. The lawyers on base do my will up for me, etc. I am retired USAF. I have had wills, etc. for several decades. Yeah, but it's Richard's age. Have you planned for yours, Richard, at all?
Yeah, no, you should.
Have you planned for your retirement?
No, and this is a topic actually that we got onto the other day, me and Cara, because we spoke about it, and they said obviously because I've not worked properly full time for all my life, at the moment it would work out my state pension would only be £120 a week, something like that. It would, and that's it when I hit the retirement age. Whereas if I continue paying into it normally, it'd be 710. I think it would work out like a month, which is better than the £400 or £500 that I would get. But then I said, what do you do? Because if, like, obviously with myself, because I don't work due to health problems, I'm trying to get back in it full time again. Then what do I do? I'm making smaller contributions. I don't get topped up, and there isn't a private pension I can pay into as such. I used to be in one with my old employment, which they've then stopped. But there's like £2,000 in there. But that £2,000 will get paid to me when I hit the retirement age as a separate pension, which is £2,000, not a lot really, is it? Let's be honest.
No.
But then you think, well, what do you do? So yeah, we've had that discussion, haven't we, Cara? And she said, yeah, she's just don't know about that. But at the moment, I don't know. I've got no plans for my funeral. I hope I'm not going to die anytime soon. But you never know. Yeah, you never know.
But you never know.
No, you never know.
Never know.
No, you never know.
Yeah, it's an important thing. That I mean, the problem is if you die and you haven't got a will, you end up dying intestate, and that causes whoever's left behind to sort your affairs out a nightmare. And it is a bit of a drama. Having gone through that myself a couple of times, where people have died and I've had to sort out their affairs, it's a nightmare. There's a minefield.
Do councils still provide, like, if you've obviously not got the money to do it, or a family member? I mean, obviously, if let's say you're on your own, you've got no family, no children or anything, and you pop your clogs, surely you can't just be left on your own. They're going to have to bury you at something or do something with you. Like, you can't just leave you there. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I think the state does. If they can't find anybody, they will dispose of your body.
Yeah.
With a bit of dignity, obviously.
Yeah.
But there'll be no ceremony about it. Happened to a mate of mine, actually. He ended up as a recluse, and he died, and it was seven or 8 months that he was sat in the morgue waiting to try and find a family and one thing and another.
Yeah.
And it turns out the family only lived a couple of miles away.
Yeah.
And there was myself and 3 of my mates went to the funeral because we served with him years ago, and the family were really really thankful that we turned up, because there was only about I think a total about 10 of us at his funeral.
Wow.
And 6 of them was his family, and they said that he just got into himself and became a recluse, and they didn't know where he was. And apparently he just lived life as a recluse and never got in touch with anybody, which is a great shame, because I mean he was a great lad.
Yeah.
But mental health issues again. Now when that comes down to that.
Yeah. In the comments, Random Live says the state pays for a funeral, and Vanessa has put a good comment in. If I retire from the state and I can't see these things. That's it.
I'll put it up on there.
And fed education departments by age 80, I will have completed retirements for 3 government retirement. Oh, so she'll be in the money. She'll be in the money.
Money.
And 3 government yeah. The 2
I'm out
trying
of pensions online. Sorry, I do apologise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all right. 30 on the books for each job. 30 with DEA and 30 with the state and as teacher. Cool. So she's got 3 pensions. That is good, because she's already got the USAF one since 1996.
Oh.
So I got my army pension, and next year I'll get my state pension, which is going to be a bit of a reduced pension because I opted out of SERPs. Although I've paid in for 44 years, I've got 44 full years paying into the state pension. Apparently, I'm still going to be on a bit of a reduced pension.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is that right? And they tax my army pension.
Yeah.
It's not right, is it?
No. It isn't. It's not right at all, is it? When you look at that.
But there you go.
Yeah.
What's this? I completed.
But that's getting away from the funerals. You know, I mean,
yeah.
We all try and avoid that, don't we?
But it all ties in because you can't live without.
It's a subject nobody likes talking about death.
Oh God, no.
Well, we make it an easy conversation, obviously. I talk about it on my Thursday show, everyday conversations regarding mental health, and we cover all those different topics, taking the stigma out of mental health issues and trying to make it a comfortable everyday conversation, talking about all the different aspects. So somebody that's suffering with their mental well-being, we'll look at different parts of it, whether they've suffered addictions, trauma, they've had a bereavement they're struggling with. We'll talk about all those sorts of things, and I'll get guests in every week, and we've had some really, really good conversations. So there you go.
So Random says it's all about planning, I think. Yeah. So it is all about planning, Gail. Really is,
Plan for your retirement early. The sooner you can start planning for your retirement, the better.
Yeah. Well, you know, if that nuclear scenario comes, we won't have to bother, will we?
No, you won't have to worry about it. Mind you, I'll be pretty peeved off that I haven't got my state pension that I
paid in. And Rebecca says, unfortunately, I'm probably worth more dead than alive. Yeah. Oh, quick, Rich, get round there.
Yeah, I'm probably
on the way, dear.
I've probably got a few bob. I'm probably worth more dead than I'm alive.
Yeah.
So if I go before the Duchess, she's quids in, I'll tell you.
And Vanessa says she knows she's worth more dead than alive. Isn't it terrible that you're worth more dead than when you work all your life, get all these pensions, and sometimes some people don't even get to retirement age to get their pension. I'd love to know what the figures are on that. I'd love to know what the figures are, because I mean,
there's a lot.
It's like my mother.
In fact, if you look at the service guys, just take our regiment. We've always seen emails coming out from regiment headquarters. So and so's died. So and so's died. Lots of them dying young. I think one year I went to 20 funerals of mates that I'd served with. It's just, for some reason, military guys tend to die fairly young because of, they spent their army careers abusing their bodies. Underneath this gorgeous exterior, there's an absolute train wreck going on.
Yeah. So, Tim, Vanessa says, let me pose this question. How much is enough? I'll take that first. How much is enough, Vanessa? Enough to get by, as long as you can pay your bills, put food on your table, and perhaps run a vehicle. That's enough. But most people want more, because most people want extras. I don't. I've always believed in a simple form of life, so you don't have any worries. So that's my answer to that question. I'll throw it to you two now.
Oh, don't do that.
Over to you, Rich.
Over to you, Tim.
Well, for me, it's having enough money to be comfortable. It's having enough money not to have to worry about whether I can afford something or not. If I can't afford it, then I generally don't have it, or I'll wait until I have got enough for it. But I live fairly comfortably. I'm scraping by on my pensions at the moment. and next year when I get my state pension, that'll make life just a little bit more comfortable. But army pension's not. I mean, it's good, but it's not brilliant. But I do have to budget. I have to keep an eye on how much I'm spending and one thing and another. So it's never. I've never quite got enough to sort of really do what I want to do. If I came up with some big numbers on the lottery, that changes everything.
That's another discussion, isn't it?
That's another discussion.
If you won, what was it? 1.58 billion. That one in Florida.
In America. Yeah.
In America.
That was a big one. That was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Couldn't do it.
So come on then, Richard.
I think if comfortably to live, it obviously depends on each person, doesn't it? I mean, at the moment, like obviously Vanessa was just saying there, 2K isn't enough where she lives. I mean, at the moment, like if someone said to me, "You've got 2K a month to yourself, you've not got to work and you're retired," could I get by on that? Maybe at the moment, yes, I could. I think you could do what you wanted to do, but pay your bills. The problem then comes to things are starting to increase in price. So if you don't own your own home, your rent's going to go up. If you've got a mortgage still, that's going to go up. Then you think to yourself, hang on, that 2K isn't really a lot. I think if someone says to me 3,000, maybe 4,000 to comfortably live, probably, yeah. I mean, I know people that do earn that per month, and they've got literally having a whale of a time. They'll take home 3,500, 4,000 a month, sometimes more, the job that they do. And they're living their lives the best that they can. They're out partying all the time. Like you said, they're doing things to the body they should be doing. They're traveling the world. They're on holidays. So are they saving that money? No, they're not. They're just enjoying what they can now. But then it brings it to that thing. The things you see now, like Vanessa saying, things are just things. They're here for the now. But then it's also saying that if you've got all that money and you're dead and gone, you can't take it with you.
That's it.
So, this is the thing. Like, do you spend the money now and enjoy your life while you can, or do you scrimp and scrape constantly for the future when you could die tomorrow? That's the biggest thing. I think that's big. It's not fear for me, but the biggest factor I would say, like, obviously, if I've got, I don't know, just for argument's sake, 15 grand sat there in the bank now, would I spend that money, or would I leave it and save it? I'd spend it, definitely, because, like I said, I could be dead tomorrow, so I could enjoy what I've got now. It's such a tricky one. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, I took a decision a long time ago to plan for my retirement. I took out when I had a mortgage and stuff like that, they encourage you to take out like a stakeholder pension insurance to pay off the mortgage, etc. So I kept that going even after we'd cleared the house off. So I kept that going until I retired, and then drew on. So I've got a private pension as well as my army pension, which just makes it a little bit more comfortable. It's not brilliant. It's not millions, but it's a few bob.
Something, isn't it? Yeah.
Just helps soften the blow, because it would be a struggle just on my army pension. But I would suggest, I would encourage everybody to at least plan for their retirement, because if you do live into retirement, and you have to rely on just a state pension, you ain't going to have a lot of fun.
No, I've just checked actually about the pension side. I've actually got a nest pension, which I wasn't aware I had. But that's my previous employer. I've just logged in and checked it all, and they stopped paying contributions 5 years ago into that. So I've only got a set amount in there, which, to be fair, is $2,000, which it ain't a lot.
Yeah.
But the problem is now I can't pay into that pension anymore because they don't use Nest any longer. Most employees now have their own private one, so that Nest one would be on top of the state pension, and then any other employer that you get as well. So in theory, if I got a job tomorrow full time again until I'm retirement age, I could then get 3 pensions out each month. So it's an odd one because you can't transfer it. Well, you transfer it either. I've looked. It says no, you're not allowed to do it.
So does it worry you at all, then, Rich?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you don't like to think about it because, like I say, you try and live in the moment that you are in now. You try and live your life that you've got now. But I think there's always that constant fear of around the corner. What if? What happens there? Where's the money going to come from? Because you don't want to be in the situation where you've got nothing left to live on effectively. Like, I'm not afraid to say it online to people. I've been homeless in the past, and I was homeless only for about a week, but I slept under a railway bridge in the snow. I got over that. I carried on, picked myself and moved on again. But if you've got nothing to the point where you can't eat and you can't have a roof over your head, then what do you do? So you have got that constant fear of that whatever you've built up can be taken away from you just like that. And it can for anybody. No matter where you are in the world, I don't care what you say, whatever you've got built up can just go just like that. And that's constant fear. It will just,
I mean, you look at some of those houses that have been destroyed in the fires or the floods just recently, I mean,
exactly.
Some of those were beautiful homes and yet they've gone. And
now, will the insurance cover it?
Again, it's one of the things, isn't it?
Well, that's it.
I mean, that's one of the things when the cost of living crisis gets a bit tight, people start dropping things like paying for their insurance and then something happens and they lose everything. And then sometimes the insurance companies are funny anyway. They'll wriggle on the hook to try and get out of paying you anyway. Sometimes the insurance is a scam.
It's always the case, isn't
it? Yeah, it is. It is. But this is it, that when you look, it's like doing live streams, isn't it? You've got to plan for your live streams. So if you plan for your future and hope that you've got, I mean, hopefully you'll have another 40 years, Richard.
I hope so.
I don't know how long I've got. This is it. I'm at my time of life where I don't know how much more longer I've got. It could be hours, it could be minutes. With Gail on, it could be definitely seconds.
I know how long I've got.
With the abuse, with the abuse I get off air, it's definitely seconds. I'll tell you.
So I've got a ticket to 102. Once I've had my second telegram off the king, that's it. Pop my clogs.
Yeah, but I mean, you're already over 200, aren't you? So you keep on telling us.
Actually, I'm 265, but I'm trying to keep that because I was born on the 5th of April, 1758. And must be 265.
That's why Random says, I worry about with inflation. Well, inflation does eat into your savings and everything. Unless you're willing to invest in risky things to make more money,
true,
or go out and buy property instead of leaving in, because I think you'd make more out of property, investing in property than you would in stocks and shares now at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, real estate has always been a good money spinner, generally speaking. I mean, back in 2007, 8, 9, when the big crash happened, an awful lot of people got stung that was in real estate, and getting into negative equity and all sorts of things. So, it can come up and bite you a bit. But there again, I mean, stocks and shares, even taking safe bets, you can still lose. And if you go for the risky stuff, you can definitely use a lot.
And Vanessa says she's up to 638 subscriber count there. So well done, Vanessa.
Well done.
Guess what?
Congratulations.
I've just looked at mine.
Mine.
I've lost 3 again. Every time I go live, I lose 3. But who's bothered? I'm not bothered. If they don't, I
stopped caring ages ago.
I don't even look.
I stopped caring a while ago, Keith. Honestly, just enjoy it, like you said, because it's just a materialistic thing. You can't take YouTube again on me, can you?
No. This is it. I'd rather houses are still a risky business. Landlords struggling with increased mortgages. Yeah, they are. But, you know, I still think invested in bricks and mortar over the long run, it's better than putting it in a pension plan, because you've got to pay
better than trying to
fees
save it in the bank, that's for sure.
Oh, no, I wouldn't save
banks are
anything.
giving rubbish interest rates. Always have done.
I think Tim, Rich, and myself are deliberately unsubscribed. That's all right, random. I don't mind.
I get it. I get used to it now.
Affect me. Yeah, it does not affect me. I just think, well, you know, I'm doing what I enjoy, and that is talking on here with good friends, and seeing the chat and seeing how many people come into the chat who like what we do. And, you know, I just can't understand that. Foundation
we haven't had anybody try and phone in tonight, so we'll give it another go another night. Right. So tomorrow night I've got my own show on. So what are we doing on Friday? We're going to have another bash at it Friday night?
I will have to let you know, because I don't know whether I will be here. Because
I think Carol set by the kitchen, sorry.
Yeah, I think we might be over at the Daughters. But I think if we could talk Richard into doing a live through StreamYard and he invites us on his.
Well, I can't on Friday, can I? Because I'm doing these Fizzy Fridays.
Yeah. But
no, I've got it scheduled now with Streamlabs, so I can't do that. I've tried to let people will let me do it. It's different software, isn't it? So I don't know how to do it properly. I've been looking, but it just looks too complicated for me. So be free to join. Come on, there. You're more welcome to speak.
Hang on.
Oh, was a phone call?
I've got a phone call coming in now. Whether I can hear it
or not, who's doing this then?
It's not me.
Good evening. I think I might have to put these on. Hello, who's that?
Good night. It's Tony.
Hi, Tony. How you doing?
Hey.
Can you guys hear him?
I can hear him. Just
Yeah.
Yes.
Brilliant. Hang on. Let's just push that up. Thank you for phoning in. Do you have a question for us?
Yeah, how do you keep doing this at your age?
It's good point.
Just keep taking the pills.
No, that's the one, is it? I keep fit to take mine.
Yeah. So it works.
Good.
It works. Yes, it works very well.
Yeah. Can you guys hear him okay?
I can hear him.
Yes.
Brilliant.
I don't want to do an echo from the live stream, but you're okay.
Oh, well, that's because you've got it switched up. Because there is a delay when it goes out, obviously.
Yeah, no, obviously, yes.
But thank you for calling in.
Well, I just thought, as nobody ring you up and you've got the confirmation it does work.
Terrific. So, So if anyone wants to join in on another evening, we'll put a number up and you can call us and pose a question.
Thank you very much.
I'll ring you up to confirm it. You know?
Yes. It means you've got to put the headphones on, I think.
Oh yes, it'll suit you. What you want to get is you want to get them ones that Mickey Mouse ones.
I don't think they work as good as these. These are the DT 770 Pros, the 250 ohms ones.
You could at least stick some Alpheas on them.
Yeah, Elpheus.
God, Gail will have to try that in our show once, but I don't know. I'm going to have to buy them.
Roadcaster. It's coming up to that time, you know.
All right, thanks, Tony, for ringing in.
Cheers, Tim.
Boom, it works. Terrific.
Okay, bye.
TTFN.
Bye, Tony.
Bye.
So bye, Tony. Bye.
There you go. It works.
It works, everybody.
It works. We can do phone-in shows. This is like a proper radio show, isn't it? A proper TV show.
TV shows.
Yeah.
Look, it's messed my hair up. I'm gonna have to go back in hair and makeup again.
You've got problems. I ain't got any hair.
Anyway, I think we can round it off nicely. I think we've had another good chat.
Yeah, we have.
So we're back at it again next week.
Yeah, really interesting.
And we may be on it Friday night.
Yeah.
So we'll see what we can do.
I will have to let you. I'll probably let you know tomorrow because I would think we would be hearing from. Well, Pat will be phoning the daughters tomorrow.
Okay.
Is it Tuesday for the quiz? Is it Tuesdays?
Tuesday, the quiz. Don't forget the quiz over on the Awesome Live Quiz channel.
Yep. So please come over to that because it is really interesting.
They are lots of fun.
It's a laugh. It really is a laugh.
Yeah. Many mistakes are made that day, but it's always good.
We try and be professional at it. So Lady Hill's busy compiling these quizzes for you guys, and she puts a lot of effort and time into it.
Bless her.
And they are fun.
Thank you, Lady Hill.
So let's pull the pin. Let's say thank you very much, Rich.
Thank you, guys. Take it easy. See you on the next one.
Thanks everybody for coming in, and I'm pleased that you've enjoyed the conversation tonight. It's been really eye-opening, and I especially like to thank Gail for the abuse I get off here. I will give her some stick on Sunday night now on my on air and my show, but I still appreciate you all. I love you all. So thank you, Tim, for hosting this live stream. Over to you, mate.
You're most welcome. Thanks, Keith. We'll speak later. So boom, that's it. That's another show done. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. We've had a really good conversation tonight. We've covered some topics that, not quite trending in the news. However, food for thought. Hopefully we haven't given you guys cause for any nightmares. We just hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and join us again when we go live. Hopefully I'm live tomorrow evening over on my channel. If you want to come and have a watch of that, it's if you pop in Tim Hill 9, it's everyday conversations regarding mental health tomorrow evening. And I think I've got 2 guests coming in, which will be really interesting to have a chat. And then we'll be live again Friday, Saturday. We're live every day in August. So there you go. So until then, TTFN, ta-ta for now. Let's finish up. We'll get there eventually.